Bourbon Bill, and tonight, a very special episode. We're diving back into one of my favorite distilleries producing the greatest rye. It's Sagamore Triple Cask Finish. And yes, I didn't stutter. 3 finishes in this SOB. Big shout out to Mike Sutton for helping me secure this bottle. Thank you, sir. This is a very special bottle and even more limited than normal. I know. Pile on the hate now. But I thought it was worth bringing it to you and just telling you what is cooking over there. Okay? So, this was a bottle picked by the Maryland Collective, kind of a group of stores in Maryland. So this was not a distillery exclusive, and it was not like a nationwide release. So it was essentially a store pick, but it was available at a handful of stores that are part of the Maryland Collective. So I could not find these. These sold out instantaneously because of a few things. First off, can we just look at the color? Have you ever seen something so dark? I'm going to hold it up in the glass. Look at that. Look at that. Oh my gosh, is that dark. So, I'm just super pumped to talk about this one. And a big shout out to Steven Silberg. Thank you, sir. He provided the high-res infographic that's going to display a little bit later as we go over the magnificence of what this bottle is. So besides the beautiful color, this comes in at 112.8, compute 56.4% alcohol by volume. So a nice proof, right? You say, Triple Cask Bourbon Bill, what's in it? What's in it? Hold on, I'll tell you. Vino de Naranja. Orange wine finish. Sauternes. Ooh, have not had that particular finish by itself from Sagamore, although I'm hoping to. And Oloroso Sherry. Oh, so doesn't that sound heavenly? Doesn't that sound heavenly? Now, this is all MGP, and on the back here it says our 4- and 5-year-old straight rye whiskeys were finished for over 3 years in separate Vino de Naranja, Oloroso Sherry, and Sauternes barrels. The Maryland Collective then combined these whiskeys to deliver a truly distinctive dram. Now, something I haven't seen from Sagamore before. Obviously, most of their distillery exclusives, which were the Amontillado and the Vino, and I have a Vino de Naranja just by itself over here. You know, that's all that's in there, right? This one's got 3. So, again, I'll put the infographic up. Thank you, Stephen. So, 46% of the blend is Vino de Naranja. And the total age of that after finishing was a 9 year and 2 month, so quite old. So it was basically a 5 to 5.5 year blend of the rye, and then they finished that sucker for 3 years in the Vino de Naranja. That's 46%, so just under half for those that are bad at math. The least in the blend was the Sauternes. Only 16% was the Sauternes, and that was a blend of 4.5 to 5 rye, aged for 4 years in Sauternes barrels. So total age on that after finishing was 8 year, 8 month. And that, my friends, is the youngest in the blend. So the youngest whiskey in here is a total age of 8 year and 8 month after finishing. That's incredible. Incredible value for around $79. And then the final component, Oloroso Sherry. If you're good at math, go ahead and guess. 38% of the blend is Oloroso Sherry, and that was about a 4 year rye finish for 4 years and 6 months in the sherry barrel. Total age on that was 8 years and 10 months. Actually it was almost 8 year, 11 month. It was like a few days shy. So it was basically is 1 month shy of a 9 year. So pretty dang cool that the lowest amount in here is an 8 year, 8 months. So over 8.5 years. So enough talking about it. You want to know how is it? Let's give it a nosing. Oh my God. just when you thought Rye of the Year had its players kind of lined up, this comes along. Where do I begin? I mean, there's so much going on here. You get the Vino de Naranja, you get the sherry. There's a nice, like, super sweet, like, wine quality about it, which must be the sauternes in there. I mean, there's just so much going on. I can't even give you a tasting note because my mind's just racing with all the flavors in here. I'm going to say predominantly, like, the Oloroso sherry is probably the most overpowering, even though that's not most of the blend. The vino's there, that, like, orange peaches. I get a little bit of the leather that they talked about. There is, like, a pecan note here. And then there's just, like, this, like, faint whiffs of, like, sweet, delicious wine. And it kind of reminds me of the Albarino batch that I reviewed a while back. It's like they blended that in here, but it's sauternes. Man, I mean, this is killer on the nose, guys. A++++ rating on the nose. Down the hatch. Good. Good Lord, I can't even sit in the seat right. Oh my God. That's probably the most delicious finished whiskey I've ever had. Oh my God. Oh. Sorry, I had to collect myself. That's phenomenal. I mean, the most complex, the most delicious ride as the flavors ebb and flow and new ones come in together. Wow. A++++, platinum rating. Platinum rating on this son of a bitch. It tastes very well aged. It's got just, again, as you can imagine, the most fruits going on. Can't say enough good things about it. Definitely pick one up. If you can still find them, probably not, but if you have a buddy who did, if you have someone who lives near Maryland who got one, beg them to share it. You know, when you're over visiting over Thanksgiving, steal it. You know, take it home. I would steal it. I would probably steal it, to be honest, if I knew someone who had one. In fact, if I know anyone who has a second one, and I invite myself over, be prepared that I will steal it as a backup. What to compare it to, you know, I don't have another triple cask finish, but I can do a poor man's double cask finish. First up, the Amontillado sherry. So this is my favorite, probably my favorite finish they've ever done prior to this. Distillery exclusive. I did a video on this. Go watch it. This was a 4-year-old MGP rye aged for 4 years and 4 months in an Amontillado sherry cask. Amontillado. I don't know. However you pronounce it. 102 proof, so a little bit lower in proof. This was a distillery exclusive, obviously. So this is not the same as Oloroso sherry. This is a different type of sherry, but, you know, close enough. We'll pour some of that in the glass. And then we'll add our Vino de Naranja finish, distillery exclusive as well. This one's 101, so mine's not going to be as high proof. This one was a 5-year-old aged for 3 years and 3 months in Vino de Naranja. So that's probably a similar barrel to what they're pulling from for the triple cask, gotta say, because it's about, you know, 8.3. Theirs was a little more, so they might have had some more aging a little bit longer. So I'll pour some of that in. Now, if I remember, the vino was like 46% to the sherry 38%, so I'll pour a little bit more vino in my blend here. All right, I've made a poor man's double cask. Here's my poor man's double cask on the nose. Golly, that smells good. But both those are killer on their own. Man, these are fighting each other. Oh man, color. The triple cask is a little darker, but it is a little bit older in all of its components, and on top of that, it's a higher proof. The triple cask probably has a better nose, a little more complex, with the addition of the sauternes, right? But this one, with the Amontillado, is more of like a leather, drier tobacco type sherry, so that is interesting and comes off a little different than triple cask. All right, down the hatch. Ah, that's good. Oh, man, that's good. My little home blend still feels pretty dang thick, even though it's about 10 proof points lower. Gotta say. All right, back to the triple cask. Oh yeah. The extra proof of the triple cask plus the sauternes there. makes it even more magical. So Sagamore, I think there is a label that you released. I don't know whether it's going to be a distillery exclusive, nationwide, or another pick, but I think there is just a sauternes coming. I really want to get just a sauternes. I haven't had that before. Be fun to add to my other, single finishes. But man, did you guys probably make my new favorite finish Sagamore. This triple cask is ungodly. And Sagamore, if you're watching this, just make this and just have it available. Do a nationwide release, or at least put it as a distillery exclusive. Don't let this be the last time we see this bottle. And good job, Maryland Collective Group. And if you want me to tag along next time, just ask. I'll come help. I'm not that far. Just kidding. They probably would never invite a boy from Pennsylvania. I don't want us around. So if you like what you saw, please like, comment, and most importantly, hit that subscribe button, everyone. Have a good evening.